9 days, the Amber Guyger trial played out in front of a local and national audience.
And we watched high drama and controversy unfold from the beginning all the way to the end when Guyger was found guilty of murdering Botham Jean and sentenced to 10 years in prison.
On day one, and before the jury was even sworn in, the Amber Guyger trial started with a motion for a mistrial. This after the defense team alerted the judge that Dallas District Attorney John Creuzot gave a television interview just days before the start of the trial, in effect violating a strict gag order.
The evening prior to the start of this trial, our elected DA did an interview about this trial.
Despite her displeasure, Judge Tammy Kemp would strike down that motion. Throughout the trial, we heard from various witnesses who spoke about Botham Jean and Amber Guyger's lives. Before the night, the former DPD officer mistook his apartment for hers, shooting and killing him, thinking he was a burglar. When Amber Guyger took to the stand, she showed remorse.
And I ask God for forgiveness, and I hate myself every single day. I feel like I don't deserve the chance to be with my family and friends. I wish he was the one with the gun that killed me. I never wanted to take an innocent person's life.
After closing arguments, it took the jury less than 6 hours to return a guilty verdict for murder. During the punishment phase, that same jury decided to send Guyger to prison for 10 years.
And assess the defendant's punishment at 10 years imprisonment in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice.
Perhaps the most profound moment in the entire process was during the impact statement, when Botham's younger brother Brant extended this unprecedented gesture of humanity towards the woman who killed his brother.
Very impactful image there. You know, today, the entire Jean family, they were here in our studios for an exclusive interview with Dr. Phil. You're going to see the entire interview here on CBS tomorrow, but right now, we can show you how Botham's mother believes he would have reacted to that hug seen around the world.
I think he would have endorsed it. What I don't want people to think of it is that it was done for any publicity. Brant is not a child who wants publicity. Brant has been the extreme introvert.
Yeah.
And we didn't know what he was going to do.
Well, the family also told Dr. Phil they have mixed feelings about the outcome of the trial.
So they feel really a sense of peace that there's been accountability. But then when the sentence came in, they were really disappointed that it was a light sentence in their opinion, because it's 10 years. They felt like it should have been more. And these are not vindictive people. You know, they didn't want 99 years or something like that, but they really did feel that 10 years was disrespectful of their son.
I want to talk to you about that hug seen around the world, heard around the world. Brant Jean, 18 years old. What did that teach us in that moment about humanity, you think, Dr. Phil?
Well, I do think it taught a lot about compassion and caring. And, you know, interestingly enough, he is a very introverted young man, and his parents were stunned that he wanted to speak, because they chose not to speak, not to make an impact statement. And he said, "I want to speak," and they were like, "What?" I mean, like, he never speaks. He's a very retiring young man. And they did not know what he was going to say, but they 100% endorse it, 100% stand behind it. And he did not know the cameras were on. He thought all the family had left, the media had left, and that this was a private thing. So this was not a publicity thing for him. And he feels strongly that his brother would want this.
Dr. Phil, from a national level, what has this case shown us? What have we seen throughout the country and really across the world? We've all been glued to it here locally, obviously. But for the rest of you all and the rest of the country, what can they glean from this case?
Well, you know, I've done a lot of cases where black men, unarmed, have been shot and killed. Trayvon Martin, you know, just different cases. And I think this is a teachable moment in the eyes of the African-American community, in that here we have this happened by a white police officer that was held to account.
And you can watch Dr. Phil's entire interview with the Jean family tomorrow at 3 o'clock. It all gets started on CBS 11.